Alright, got my 91 GMC Jimmy, full-size Jimmy. And what's notorious about these Jimmys is that the steering box ends up breaking the frame and putting cracks in it. Over here's the steering box. There's the frame. It's attached to 3 points, 2 here on this side. You can barely see. I'll go underneath and show you better. And 1 on the back over here. And also got to replace the steering shaft too here, because this is old school. It's kind of loose, but it's on its way out. Anyways, underneath I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is the aftermarket parts you can purchase. I'll show you, but there's 1 bolt right there, 2nd bolt to hold on the other side. I took out the stock ones already, put this new system in. So this system works like this. It attaches to the steering box from this side, longer bolts, and then you just cross member beam. This beam attaches to the cross member in front of my car there. See the front, trying to get a good view. And it all comes part of this package that you just drill a hole in the existing hole here. Everything kind of should line up. On the other side in front of the car, the third, remember there's 3 attachment points for the steering box. The third one is up here. This dark piece right here that's behind this bracket, there's a black piece right there. I'm going to take all this apart and show it again, but I just put it in as a dry fit. I'm going to take it apart and put on the red Loctite. So to take it off, I'm going to use a 14mm to remove this bolt, and then what you need on the other side, you need a socket to hold it, to be able to hold it there. It should be very light and easy right now, but I'm going to go attach a socket. So I took those supporting ones out, and I'll show you. Now I got to take these 2 out. They don't have to hold nothing in the back, because behind it there are bolts that are welded on there, or the nuts are welded on. Remove these in a second. So I just removed those 2 bolts, and you can see I've done it before. I've already installed the 2nd cross member piece. That's the piece that comes in the kit. It's that piece and this long one that attaches to the cross member. So those 2 bolts of this piece attached to the steering box, and then so does this one on this side right here. Just to show everyone, I did it before, I did it already, but you can see I had to sand and drill out this hole bigger on the inside of it. The reason being is because when you add a little bit of more space here, it pushes everything out, and then now these 2 bolts right here had to align with the whole setup, as you can see right there. So I had to make the space for them. Now I'm going to remove this. Again, it's not super tight in there, but I'm going to remove it, and then I have to add some Loctite red to it. I just want to do a dry fit before I did everything. There it is, all removed. This is what it looks like. You can see it's beefier, and this is the longer bolt that goes underneath it. And what I'm going to do is add Loctite to this and just reinstall this whole front end here, and then I'm going to come around and do the back end. And I got to drill this hole here. I'll get to that. Loctite back on it, snugged it down, but still kind of flimsy, so I can push everything back up together. So next I'm going to reinstall this bracket right here. And you can see how close of a hole fit is. That's why I just shave out the side of the holes, and those holes should line up in about a second. I'm going to tighten up these 2 first, so it pulls everything against this cross beam hard, and then I'm going to bring in these other 2 top bolts. Alright, all said and done, did these 2 first, then that one top, and then these 2, I'll tighten them up. So these are the 2 holes right there and there that hold the steering pump on. This is the aftermarket piece that lines up those two holes over there on this side, and the hole is supposed to line up where this pre-existing hole is, and you're supposed to drill out a 1/2 inch through your crossbeam, roughly about there. I'm trying to line everything up. As you can see, it's beefier, again, thick steel. It's got everything dialed in, and the aftermarket bolts. These go through this side of the frame and into the steering box. Both of these. Let's see. I need to drill this hole first. Oh, and to install it, you're supposed to loosen up the brake lines here and get some little flexion in here between these two. The brake lines up here, you're supposed to loosen this up a little bit just to kind of get a little movement, and then one more up top right here on this side of the top of the beam. There's a screw here, you can see. Loosen that up, take it off so you can get some movement out of it. Alright, here, drilled out the 1/2 inch hole right between the brake lines. Did not clip them, good thing. And where is that big ass bolt? This is the other big bolt that came with this whole system. This one is going to go through here. Boom. And right through, that's the 1/2 inch, it's going to fit through here. Right there. Nice snug fit. And everything, got to get the Loctite on and then see what the hell happens. Everything seems to line up pretty well. Those two are pretty much semi-started. Right there you can see, just going to snug everything back up. This one is in. You can see right between the brake lines that everything in. I just gotta bounce these brake lines around a little bit. This thing, it's gonna be a little tight little fit, but it's all right, not a big deal. Everything's snug and hidden. These are hidden. These right there, I gotta push them up past a little bit, make sure everything's in there. Everything's enough play. Got a Loctite on this end.